bought my first gun to protect them. I bought my first gun to protect my daughter and her mom. So her and her mom thought that I would use this knowledge of what just happened to her domestically. I would use this in family court and try to get custody of my daughter. So guess what they did? They beat me to family court, said I abused her. I had nothing to do with it. It was the other guy, but they tried to throw it on me, and they went into court with these fake pictures of domestic abuse. And I beat the case easily because, number one, I had my police report where the police officer told me to buy a gun to protect them. She lied and told the judge I bought the gun to threaten her life and shoot her. I was able to beat that because I had the police report. And then the makeup that her crazy mother used to paint so-called bruises on her body, I was able to beat that because I asked the judge to ask her to stand up and show you a single bruise on her body. A single bruise. And the judge said, if this just happened to you last week, you should still have a bruise. Guess what? She couldn't show a single bruise because she used makeup. And I told the judge, this ain't nothing but makeup. I don't put my hands on women. Tell her to stand up and show your bruise. She couldn't show your bruise. And she got nasty with the judge. And the judge almost had her arrested in court for that. So I'm telling you, these women will go out of their way. And guess what? Their mother will help them. Your child's grandmother, if she's trifling, like my daughter's grandmothers were, they will work with the daughter to destroy your life. Because you got black women out here, not all of them, but some of them who hate black men. They hate black men. And if you got a baby mom who hate black men and don't respect black fatherhood, brother, you got a long fight. But like I said, be careful and fight for your baby because she didn't ask to be here.
Situation similar, and she had pulled my firearm out on me. We wasn't even arguing. It was just she went in and just pointed it at me, but the police was called.
But wait, time out. How'd she get access to your firearm, bro?
I keep my firearm in a drawer. I don't have a safe. I guess that could be on me.
Okay, so why she know where the gun was at?
I bring it with me before I go. Like before I leave out the house, I get it out the drawer.
You got to be more careful than that, bro. She shouldn't even. I mean, yeah, she could know you got a gun. I would prefer she don't even know you got a gun, but keep it locked up. Keep it somewhere where she don't have access to it. Because the last thing you need is for her to turn around and say you pulled out the gun on her and you tried to threaten her with it. And why are you still being involved with a woman who's putting you in these kind of situations?
Well, that was early in the year, and she said she just did it in a joking manner.
She did it as a joke? That's not a joke, bro. That's not a joke.
She said it wasn't one in the chamber, but the police still ended up being called. And when the police got called, she admitted to the officers of what she did or whatever. And they had asked me if I would like to proceed with pressing charges, but I declined because it's like she's early in her pregnancy, and who wants to see their child's mother go to jail or have to go through this? But it's like,
are you coochie whipped by this woman? Are you coochie whipped by this woman? Are you in love with her Cinnabons and peach cobbler?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
You better get out of it. You better get out of it, brother. She will destroy you if you don't get your head back on your shoulders. Many of men have been destroyed by the vagina. You don't want to be one of them, sir. One thing about me, I love peach cobbler and Cinnabons like any other man, but my work is too important to me. My work, my mission in this world is too important to me. No woman is ever going to have me wrapped up between her legs where she'll have me put myself in a compromising position. Never. There's no cobbler on earth that Dr. Umar will risk his life and livelihood for, bro. And you better develop the same mentality. The only thing you should be a slave to is the Almighty God. That's it. Anything under God should not be able to control you like that, sir. And if that woman know that she got you between her legs like that, bro, she owns you. And that woman can lead you into any type of situation she wants. You better get control over yourself. Get control over your urges and get control over your sexual life. Okay? Because she will destroy you. Don't let your lust destroy your life, my brother.
Yeah.
All right? So you got my number. If you need to reach me, feel free to reach out.
I got you.
All right, brother. Be safe. How the hell? She took his gun, pulled it out, act like she gonna shoot him, and say it wasn't no bullet in the chamber. Negro, y'all, I don't know what y'all young boys is doing. I don't know what type of time y'all on. I don't know what type of time. Ain't no woman gonna point my gun at me and say it's just a joke and there was no bullet in the chamber. Are you crazy? What's she even doing picking up your gun for? Let's see. Lord have mercy. Sister Marigold going once. Sister Marigold going twice. Sister Marigold. Where you at, Sister Marigold? How you
Hello.
doing, my queen? Where you at in the world, beautiful?
I'm doing well. I'm at Winthrop University.
Okay, where that's at? What city? Give me a city or state.
Yeah, we in South Carolina.
South Carolina. Go right ahead with your question, beautiful.
My question is, so I'm the president of the Global Black Studies Club on my campus.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to attendance, I've began to realize that a lot of Black students at my PWI don't see the value in building community and showing up for each other. What are some ways that we can begin the formation of their consciousness of recognizing that this is a need for them?
Okay. 3 things I recommend. And I'm a former Black Student Union president. I'm a former student senate officer, right? Number 1, you should have a meeting with all of the campus, with all of the Black organizations on campus, right?
Mm.
The organizations have to come together and stop competing with each other, the Black organizations, because at every PWI I go to, the Black organizations are not collaborating,
Yes.
right? You got the African Student Association over here. You got the Caribbean Student Association over here. You got the Black Student Union Association over here. You got the Deltas over there, the AKAs over there, the Zetas over here, the SG Rose over there, the Kappas over there, the Qs over there, the Zetas over there, the Alphas over there, the Groove 5 Groove over there, the Iotas over there. You can't do it like that. You got the Latino Africans over there with their own fraternity. You got to have some kind of collaboration. It's okay that everybody got their own tree, but we have to all work together in the forest, right? So
Right.
if I was you, I would start having a inter-organizational meeting, a family council of all organizations. Let the leaders come together and talk about how we can work together for the greater good of all the Black students on campus, right?
Right.
And you guys should agree to collaborate on at least 1 or 2 events every year where every Black organization is a part of this, right? And then
Yeah.
I also recommend, Princess, that y'all have one Black student orientation program with all the organizations represented. So when freshmen come to campus, when transfer students come to campus, they can see that the Black organizations are working together and I don't have to choose one over the other one. Do you feel me? Because
Yes,
when
sir.
freshmen come to campus, they're like, okay, I noticed that the African Student Association don't work with the Black Student Association. I know that the African Student Association don't work with the this, and I noticed that the Zetas don't get along with the AKAs. That's not fair to the freshmen. They should not have to pick and choose amongst y'all. So y'all should have a freshman orientation where all the organizations are there with all your banners, with all your leaders, with all your logos and T-shirts, and welcome them together. Right? And then I also think that there should be a trip. Y'all should do some sort of a Black History trip. It could be a bus trip. Go to Harriet Tubman Home. Go to the Smithsonian, D.C. Go to the Great Blacks and Wax Museum, right? And do a trip a year, do an event a year, do that freshman orientation together a year, and then y'all should also have a study group. There should be a Black consciousness study group on every PWI. Every PWI needs a Black consciousness study group, and if you need some book titles for that Black consciousness study group, you can text me for some book titles. And again, y'all should run it together. We got to have solidarity, because the lack of solidarity on the HBCU campus and the lack of solidarity on the PWI campus, it is a breeding ground for the lack of solidarity in the community after y'all graduate. You feel me on that, Princess?
Yes.
So that's what I want you to do. Freshman orientation with all y'all, one event, at least one event a year, all y'all, one trip a year, all y'all, in the study group with all y'all. That's all my 4 recommendations. Do you have my number?
No, sir.
You can inbox me. Just inbox me if you need to reach me, and I'll give you some book titles. And if y'all want Dr. Umar to come to campus, then just let me know. We can make that happen too.
Okay, I'll definitely reach out to you about that.
All right, Princess. Keep up the good work, and remember, no puppies.
No problem.
All right, my queen. Be blessed, mama. Be blessed.
Thank you.
All right now. Let's tap in again. Let's tap in again. Let's tap in again. We got any parents with questions for their children on Instagram Live? If you need to reach me by phone, 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. PayPal.me if you want to donate to Dr. Umar personally. It's PayPal.me/Umar the psychologist. Okay. Copy. That's for personal. That's not school donations. That's personal. That's not school. If it's a school donation, it's PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. All right, let's see. Sister Nye going once, Instagram Live. Sister Nye going twice, Instagram Live. Sister Nye. Where you at, Sister Nye? I got to see your face.
Oh, I'm sorry. I look a mess, Umar. I'm sorry. I'm going to come
You
back.
don't look
I
a mess.
apologize.
Come on, woman.
I do,
All
Umar.
black women are beautiful all day long.
Yes,
Show
I'm a beautiful
yourself.
black queen, but I look a mess, Umar. I'm going to call back. Thank you so much. I love
Okay,
you, Dr.
mama.
Umar.
I love you, princess. All right. Okay, Sister Nas says she look a hot mess. Let's see the next tap in. Hold on. The next tap in. Let's see if Forever J want to top in. Forever J going once. Forever J going twice.
Oh.
All right, how you doing, Sister Forever J?
Finding yourself.
Where you at in the world, Queen? What city?
Newcastle, Delaware.
Oh, you near FDMG.
Yes, I am.
The school that they say we don't own. All right. The school that they say we don't own. Go right ahead with your question, beautiful.
So I have a 1-year-old, and I was wondering, thank you. I was wondering, do you agree with educating young kids, or whether they're daughter or son, and getting biracial? I mean, not biracial, I'm sorry, bilingual education.
Okay, you said biracial, so you must be crushing up on a snow puppy. Is that it?
No,
okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
But
bilingual education, I support it.
Okay.
I support it. As long as she's getting the language equally. Oh, that's a Prince. I'm sorry. They so beautiful. I thought it was a Prince. Okay, sorry, Prince. Good to see you. So he gonna be a future FDMG student then.
He just might.
All right. So if he's going to get two languages equally, I like it. What I don't like is when they get a foreign language more than they get the English if they're going to be raised in this country. Okay. And then they go to school and now they have English language learner issues because they're getting Wolof at home, or they're getting Igbo at home, or they're getting Spanish at home. Yeah. And when they go to school, they're not understanding the language. It can affect their learning. Okay. But if he's getting whatever that second language is, if he's getting it as much as he's getting the English, I welcome it. Because the research is showing us, Queen, that children who are bilingual or trilingual, they tend to have higher IQ scores than the regular children. So we don't know why, but the thinking is when you speak more than one language, you have to access more than one part of the brain. Because, as humans, we only use about 20% of our brain. Exactly. You see, so there's a theory that when you speak multiple languages, you have to use more of your brain than what people who only speak one language use. So yes, if you can expose him to 2, 3, 4 languages, do it. Just make sure he's getting his English as much as he's getting the others, and he's good to go. All
right. Thank you so much.
And I better not catch you with no snow puppy because I heard you say biracial. I don't want to hear that. Absolutely. Be blessed, Queen. Be blessed.
Likewise.
All right, now.
Thank
One
you.
love. One love. All right. She said biracial. Let me find out she's looking for a snow king. She looking for a snow king. Ladies, behave, ladies. Behave. Okay. Let me see. We got any more? We going back to the IG tap-ins. At ease, my queens. At ease, my queens. Let me see. And Savannah.
Hello?
Brother Anwar, how's Savannah, Georgia treating you, bro?
It's treating good, so it's treating good.
I was just in Savannah, bro. I just flew back to Philly from Savannah the day before yesterday. Yes, I had to go to the Oyotunji African Village in Sheldon, South Carolina. So I was at the Oyotunji African Village. And I also had a chance to drive to Beaufort, South Carolina, and I visited the new Harriet Tubman statue that they just built outside of the Tabernacle Baptist Church in Beaufort, South Carolina. Shout out to all my Gullah Geechee Africans down there in the Low Country. Yes, sir. But go right ahead with your question, my brother.
Temple not too long.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had to go get some spiritual work done to get some of these coonish energies off me. I got a lot of cyber thoughts and struggle streamers who keep throwing dirt on my name. So I had to go get some spiritual power, my brother. They was draining my power. I had to get my eye shape back up. You know what I mean? But let me throw this at you before you speak, though, bro. I haven't spoken in Savannah in a minute. So if you know of a space that we can use for the community, let me know. I wouldn't mind coming back to Savannah. I got a lot of supporters there.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I'll try to tap in with you about that.
No doubt, no doubt. Go right ahead with your question, my brother.
But so I've been watching you for a minute, and my biggest thing with you, like I study a lot what you say about ADHD with black boys and all that.
Yes, sir.
And I'm really into that, man. So basically, growing up, I was raised by my mama mostly, and they used to always try to promote that on me growing up. But my mama always, she never put me on no meds, no IEP or none of that. But I have a little brother who's 12 years old, and I have a little sister who's 10 years old, and they both are on IEP plans, and they both so-called have ADHD. And these past couple months, I've been trying to tell my mama, like, what it is, and, like, because my little brother, he prescribed with Adderall.
How long he been on it?
I want to say maybe since about 5 or 6.
5 or 6? How old is he now?
He's 12 now.
Okay, that's a little bit too long. He might be chemically addicted to that.
Yeah,
or biologically dependent on it now. I don't like them drugs. It ain't nothing but crack. I don't like them drugs.
Right. That's what I try to tell my mom, but I don't know. My mom, she kind of, I don't know if she got influenced by, I don't know, by the white psychologists or whoever else, the teachers or whatever. Because she don't, whenever I try to tell her, she don't get it. She don't try to understand it. She try to get defensive and say, oh, ADHD is real. And I did my studies on it. Like you said, it wasn't until 1980 till they added the hyperactive into it just for the meds.
That's
and I
right.
Tell you this, and it don't get her. And I was just calling her, try to see what's her insight on it and how I should go about it.
I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah, if I ever need to talk to your mom, man, just shoot me a text. But she need to get them off them drugs, man. She can go to the herbal store, bro. There's a whole bunch. She could even go to Amazon, but there's a whole bunch of herbal alternatives, man. There's a product called Be Calm. There's a product called Kava Kava. There's a product called Calm Shot. These are herbal concoctions that you put under the tongue of a child who you believe has hyperactivity problems, and it calms the central nervous system. You know what I mean? There's a lot of natural remedies, bro. She don't need to be using them chemicals, but I'm gonna make the argument that they never had no ADHD anyway, and that the decision to get them evaluated and medicated was premature. The decision to get them evaluated and medicated was premature, and your mother needs to discontinue this. But she has to do it under the supervision of a psychiatrist, though.
And to inform you on something else, they don't have their dad in their life, and that's a big problem too. Their dad, he raised me for about 7, 8 years of my life, and then he left around when they was like, my little brother was 5 and my little sister was 4 when he left, and they've been dealing with that. He in their life, but he barely feeds them, barely talks to them or anything. And I try to tell my mom, they don't have ADHD, they just have a discipline issue where they don't have their father in their life. And with me being their big brother, I don't, mind you, I don't live with them. They live in Charlotte, North
Okay.
Carolina, and I live in Savannah. So me being their big brother, I grew up with them. I almost could say I helped raise them. So they a big part of me, even though they're not my own children. They is a part of me. So it really just, yeah, it hurt me to see them on this type of things. And now my mama saying that my little brother, he acting up in school every day. Like he just started middle school. He just started 6th grade maybe 2 months ago. And my mama getting calls saying that, oh, he acting up in school, this and that. And yeah.
I got you, bro. Well, yo, keep up the good work. Tell your mom, Dr. Umar said we got to get them babies off the meds, but she has to do it under the supervision of a psychiatrist in case there's chemical addiction. But you got my number, bro. So just let me know if I ever need to talk to your mom about this. You know what I'm saying? But we need to start getting them off the meds. Long-term, irreversible side effects, bro. Kill brain cells, mess with your organs. It could cause psychosis. It could cause sleeping problems, eating problems. Yo, a frontal lobe dysfunction, you know, where it affects with your executive function, your ability to walk, to stand, to control your saliva, to urinate. Like, there's a lot of side effects that come from drugs. I don't like it at all. So, yes, you're doing the right thing. Influence your mom to end it. And if she needs some advice, just text me, man. We could get on the 3-way and talk to her.
Okay, yes, sir. That sounds like a plan. I'll definitely keep in contact, man. Dr. Umar, keep doing your thing,
yes,
man.
sir, bro. I appreciate you, King. All
yes,
right,
sir.
now. All right, now. One love. Let's go to this next call. We're going to go until 10 o'clock. I'm going to do Instagram tap in a minute.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sister Taylor. How's Columbia, Louisiana treating you?
Oh, it's great. It's great.
I got a question for you. Columbia is near what major city? Shreveport, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette?
Oh, we're about 2 hours from Shreveport.
Okay, I spoke in Shreveport about 2-3 years ago. But go right ahead with your question, my queen.
Yes, sir. So I have a 5-year-old daughter, and I also have a 17-year-old goddaughter that lives in the home with us. And my daughter, she talks like all the time to us, to everyone in the household, but like sometimes she's very shy when she gets around other people. It's at the point where some people think she's nonverbal, but like she talks me to death. And then a lot of people will say, oh, well, maybe she's just shy. But then I ask her, like, you know, how this is like shy. Why you don't want to talk around others? And she'll be like, oh, Mom, I'm so nervous. I'm so scared. So I started Googling things, and I saw something called selective mutism, like in children.
Selective mutism. Yes, that's when children choose not to talk. You know, yes, that could be an issue. There could be some social anxiety there. You know, has she ever been through any traumas? She ever witnessed any shootings or beatings or car accidents or anything like that?
No, sir, not at all.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't sound like much of a problem to me. What you can do is just create a discipline program for her. What I mean by that is where you're going to motivate her. Like, hey, say, listen, if you start speaking more, you know, if I think you spoke enough to people outside the house today or to others than me, you get a smiley face. And if you get a certain amount of smiley faces on the weekend, we can do something fun. You can motivate her to do more speaking with rewards. Now, when's the last time she had her hearing checked out? Has she had her hearing checked out just to make sure there's no hearing issues?
So she's in kindergarten now. I believe before she went to preschool last year, like she had all those tests done and everything was fine.
Okay, it don't sound like much of an issue to me, but I definitely think that you can entice her to get more motivated to speak more often by providing her with some rewards. That's what I would do.
Okay, thank you. Because I know she's so nervous in school, and I don't want that to affect her.
Right.
Because I know she talks some at school,
Uh-huh.
but not a lot. And then at that age, I think when they're testing, they're maybe asking like verbal questions.
Okay.
And then maybe she's not responding. Because when I talk to her and do homework at her home, it's no problem. But like, it's just outside of the home. And then sometimes with other family members that she has been around, she won't really talk. She'll like nod or point or say one word. But like I said, with me and my goddaughter, or people she's more comfortable with. It's like a conversation like me and you are having now.
I got
and
you.
It's been like this for a while. So I guess I'm just a little
I
nervous.
think you need to get her. I also think you need to get her a counselor, not a school counselor, but on the outside. Find a counselor, a therapist, or a psychologist. You can just Google them. Google black therapists. Yes.
I spoke to her doctor about this, and they were supposed to refer me to someone, but
you don't need a referral. Just Google them. Just Google black therapists in Columbia, Louisiana, and have her go to one of them and have her maybe 5 sessions to see if they find anything else. Because it may be anxiety, general anxiety. It could have came from anything. You know, everybody's born different. Everybody has different temperaments. She may just have some general anxiety that she can work through with a counselor. And then we also do something that's called desensitization training, where we can slowly ease your daughter into becoming more comfortable speaking to people. That's a part of the treatment plan for therapy. So I just think she needs a good counselor who can start working with her on that, so it don't get worse, because we don't want it to get worse.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's been so helpful.
No problem. Keep me posted if you ever have any issues. You got my number.
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, mama. Be blessed. All right. Let's go to tap-ins. Let's go to the tap-ins. Let's go to the tap-ins. Let's go to Rich Forever. Where Brother Rich Forever at? Brother Rich Forever. Rich Forever going once. Rich Forever going twice. All right, Rich Forever must not be tapping in. Okay, who tapping in? Who tapping in? That was Brother Rich Forever. Let's go to Brother Patah Haru. Brother Patah Haru going once. Brother Patah Haru going twice. Brother Patah Haru going 3 times. All right, who tapping in? Who tapping in? Let's go to the phone. You are so intelligent and sexy. Thank you, my sister. We must stay focused, my brothers. We must stay focused. Let's see who else got a question. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Let me see. Afro-Hispanic queen. All right. All right. I'm trying to get y'all to tap in for our last 30 minutes. You know what? Let me end this and start right back. Minutes for tap-ins, all right? If you got any questions at all, let me see. If you want to tap in right now, you can tap in right now. If you want to tap in right now, right now. Bay going once. Sister Lady Bay going twice. Where you at, Lady Bay? Let me see your face, Lady Bay. I gotta see
you.
I gotta see you, Lady Bay.
I just woke up, doctor.
You just woke up, my queen.
But I know you don't care because
I don't care.
Us natural.
Black women are beautiful all the time.
Here I go.
Here you go, Lady Bay. Where you at in the world? Where you at in the world?
I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota. What part of Minnesota?
I live in the southwest suburbs, Chaska.
Have you ever heard of Rochester, Minnesota?
Yes, I have.
How far are you from Rochester?
About an hour and a half.
I'm going to be speaking there.
Really?
The first day of Black History Month, I believe.
Oh my
Rochester, Minnesota. So all my Minnesota Africans, I'll be out there.
How will I? How can I get tickets? Or I'm definitely coming.
With me. Check in with me because I don't have the details yet. Check in with me January.
Okay.
And I'll let you know. So,
I'm excited.
What's on your mind today?
I just wanted to say hello to you.
Ah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I, yeah, I really appreciate just how you represent us, especially us
Appreciate that.
Black women,
Appreciate that.
because we definitely go through a lot, and I just really appreciate you for that.
Let me ask you this. What is the biggest challenge for Black women, in your opinion, in America today? What is the biggest one, two, or three challenges you think our sisters have in this country at this time?
Well, right, to me, I think the biggest challenge is that we don't have support from the men.
Okay.
Most of us are like have been single, raising our children on our own because the men are doing whatever, and that's one of the challenges. Another challenge is just I don't feel like we get enough respect even from white people because they're intimidated by us. Right now, I work at a school where there's all white children, and the children love me, but I can tell that the coworkers don't really respect me.
Mm-hmm.
They're younger. I'm working with teenage girls, and I'm 47 years old, and they act like they don't have to. I just can tell that they don't have respect for me as
Mm-hmm.
a woman, as a older Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know what that is. It's just how the world has been set up for us.
Let me ask you a question. And I'll go back to the Black male-female relationship situation.
Hmm.
Brothers will argue, and rightfully so in some situations, but not all, that when they try to take the responsibility from the woman
Yes.
to help ease your burden,
Yeah.
even with children that are not biologically their own,
Hmm.
Black women, because they're so used to being in charge, so used to being in control, so used to having the final say, that they chase men away by not willing to power share in the relationship. What is your opinion?
Well, my experience is different because I actually had a man that didn't step up. So I don't know how that would feel. Because me, myself, in a relationship, I'll try to, let a man lead. I tried to let him lead, but I had nobody. I took care of my 4 daughters by myself. He ran the streets, messing around with other women, never kept a job. I still respected him and tried to let him be, but I had to work. So I ended up leaving, moving to Minnesota because I'm from Iowa, and I took care of my daughters. That's my son's foot right there. He's autistic,
Okay,
but
no
he's
problem.
very intelligent and smart. um, but one of my daughters actually passed away in 2024.
Sorry to hear. My condolences.
Thank you. She got murdered. She was
Don't say
19
by a Black man.
by a Black boy. She went to
How old was
Chicago.
she?
She was 19. Her
Okay.
and her sister went up to Illinois to visit their friends, which were males. Um, the day that they were going to leave to come back, they stopped at a park, and this young boy came in and started shooting, and my daughter got shot in her chest.
Oh my
So
God.
she did not return
Oh
home.
my God. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm
And
so
since
sorry to hear
then, and their dad never was in their life. He just always made ultimatums to come visit them in Minnesota. Um, if I come there, I gotta stay there with y'all, or um, you gotta come get me, and things like that. And I would just be like, it's not my responsibility. I'm already trying to take care of them by myself. Well, when they got older, they started talking to him on the phone on their own because they could, and that was fine. But he still never did anything for them financially or whatever. And he would have money, but he just refused. I don't know, I guess because I didn't want to be with him or something like that.
that. Uh-huh.
But anyways, I'm frustrated, but I'm over it now. But I was frustrated because he wants to now be all on TV and on Facebook Live talking about my daughter. And it's like, you didn't even have a hand in raising her.
Right.
You don't even know her. But I know
Right.
that's not anything for me to prove. And it's not even, right. for me to even feel some type of way. So I prayed about that, and I'm done with that situation. But right now, I'm just trying to continue on.
I got you.
I'm sad, you know,
But I
but
know you're still going through the grieving process, though. You know,
yeah.
because that was, in that grieving process, you can go backwards and forwards from the shock, to the
Yes,
denial,
exactly.
to the
Guilt.
bargaining, to the acceptance. So be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. You have my number, Queen. So if you ever need to talk, you say, Doc, I just need a moment. I'll ring you up. I got you.
How do I contact you? Just
Oh, let me give you my number.
okay.
And this is for anyone out there who need to reach me. I'm gonna give it to you 3 times. It's 215 989 9858. So that's 215 989 9858. In fact, let me type it in here for folks.
Okay, because I'm
215 989 9858. And I need to put my email, which is Prince of Pan Africanism, and we spell Africa with a K. Prince of Pan Africanism, all one word, no spaces or underscores, at yahoo.com. Oops, Gmail. Prince of Pan Africanism at gmail.com. Let me close those gaps. And let me select all, copy, send, and let me post it again. And one more time for the people. All right. So there we go. Stay in touch with me, Queen, and stay positive. You got my number, and reach back out in January so I can hit you with the Rochester, Minnesota info.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, that's okay.
Phone number
I
again.
said make sure you reach out to me in January for that Rochester, Minnesota event information. She broke up again. God bless you, Queen. God bless you. Our sisters are going through a lot, brothers. We got to step up. Our sisters are going through a lot. We got to step up. Let me see. Tapping in. Where my queen at? Going once. I just tapped in on the queen. Going twice. Where you at, queen? Where you at? I just tapped in on the queen. Private O. Why private O? Where you at, princess? You coming in? You coming in? I don't think she coming in. I don't think she coming in. So let me cancel her. Okay. Who tapping in? Let's see. Who tapping in? Sweet J going once. Sweet J going twice. Sweet J going 3 times. Where's Sweet J at? Is Sweet J coming to the scene? Sweet J, you coming in? I don't think Sweet J coming. Let me cancel Sweet J. Who we got next? Who we got next? Her Way 27 going once. Her Way 27 going twice.
Hello.
Hey, beautiful. Where you joining
How
in
are
from, my queen?
you? Connecticut,
What part of Connecticut?
Fairfield, Connecticut.
Fairfield is closest to what major city? Is that Hartford or another city? Where you at? Bridgeport, Hamden? Where you at?
Um, Not far from Bridgeport though.
Not far from Bridgeport. I got you, my beautiful queen.
Okay.
What's on your mind today?
Okay, so I've been on TikTok just browsing through a few lives and having a few arguments because I feel that black Americans are not being seen in a political stance. Like we have skin folk in office, but they're not black Americans, but they're speaking on our issues as if they are our voice and how that is wrong. And when I speak something about it, everybody's having a problem with it. Like it's a major issue for us
Okay.
because you don't have
Let,
the
let me
black
give you my
experience.
perspective, and I like to get your insight on my perspective. Because I'm a Pan-Africanist, I come from a different angle. So I see all African people as family, no matter where they come from, right? With that being said, yes, one race. With that being said, I see nothing wrong with each branch of the family handling their own private business as long as it doesn't take away from the collective unity of the entire family. Let me give you an example. Let's say you have a grandmom who had 10 kids, right? Each child has their own family. They got their own children, they got their own grandchildren. It is a time and a place for each child to be with their own children, handle their own issues in their own house, right? So what goes on in my brother's house is my brother's business. It is not my business. What goes on in my sister's house is my sister's business. It's not my business unless they come to me and ask me to get involved. But at the same time, they still my family. We not enemies. I don't have to disassociate from them. I don't have to demonize them. I don't have to weaponize my experience against them. We still one family. My issue with some American Africans, because I do not use the word Black American at all. I am an African. I am an African in America, American African. That's me. So for us who are the descendants of the Africans who built this country, who have a unique history in America, a unique situation, I see no problem with us saying, hey, we got some issues that our African immigrant brothers and sisters cannot represent us on because they haven't walked in our shoes in this country these past 400 years, right?
Yes.
I don't have a problem with that. I do not have a problem with that. When you say that there are African immigrants in public office, okay, who are speaking for the American African, I don't have a problem with that if they're speaking for me appropriately. But in addition to that, we should also have American Africans who know the struggle speaking for us. So I agree with you that let's
It
say,
doesn't seem to be, they don't seem to be the ones
no, but
that
let me
get in
finish
those
this point. Let me
positions.
finish this point, and I'm coming right to you so you can speak.
Okay.
If you say, Dr. Umar, I need more American Africans represent me in a political theater, I'm with you, right?
Yeah.
American, I'm with you. But I'm also going to tell you, don't demonize the African immigrants who are there. The problem is not that they're there. The problem is we don't have more American Africans speaking up. You see what I'm saying? In other words, I'm not going to demonize an immigrant African for winning a political office, okay? As long as they're not working against me. Now, if they're working against me, I'm going to identify and I'm going to isolate them. You understand me? Even though I'm a Pan-Africanist, I expect every branch of the African family to support every other branch. So if one of my Nigerian African brothers come to America and starts acting like a coon, I'm going to publicly identify and I'm going to isolate. If I catch you, my sister, demonizing and disrespecting immigrant Africans, I'm going to identify you and isolate you as a coon. So the rules do not differ for me. Respect everybody's right to represent themselves. That's what you're saying. I want American Africans to represent American Africans. I agree with you. I have no issue with that. But then if you turn around and say the immigrants are my enemies, that's where I have to draw the line with you, because the immigrant Africans are not my enemies. They are only 3% of all Black people in this country. They are the lowest immigrant pool, one of the lowest immigrant pools in this country. Most of what we built is not being taken by African immigrants. It's being taken by Latinos, feminists, LGBTQs, and ethnic white minority groups who we never talk about. So my thing is, let's not unfairly dump on the African immigrant population when you got all these other immigrant groups who have stolen and ciphered off of Black people, and we say nothing at all. I ain't heard nobody talk about how the LGBT have siphoned off of the Black struggle. I don't hear nobody talking about how anti-Black Latinos, not the African Latinos who identify with us, but the anti-African Latinos, nobody talks about how they have siphoned off of the Black movement as well. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are with all people who have immigrated here and are
Okay,
not for the benefit of Black Americans who are here. I'm
okay,
not narrowing it down just to Africans.
okay,
I'm just, to me, I haven't seen where it has benefited the Black community
okay.
personally.
I got you. And I
And
can respect
I
that.
lived here for over 40 years. So
And I
that's
can
my
respect your
observation.
opinion. There's one more thing I want to give to you, though. I want to make sure that the American African family, which I am a part, we need to make sure, my queen, that we are not always operating from victim consciousness or deficit perspective. I'm going to explain what I mean by that. I think sometimes we can operate from victim consciousness in deficit perspective too much. I want to give you an example. We are a $2 trillion economy, right? We spend $2 billion on Air Jordans a year. We spend $4 billion on liquor a year. Black women spend nearly $30 billion, mostly black women, black men in there too, but mostly black women, $30 billion on the beauty industry. From the products to the services to the shampoo, the oil, the lotion, the shea butter, blah, 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 blah. Let me ask you a question. If we were in a position of power in this country, power, let's say we owned some Black Wall Streets. Let's say we owned our own beauty supply. Let's say we had our
We
own.
used to.
Stay with me. You're right. And we still got a few small ones. Let's say we had our own hospitals. Let's say we had our own neighborhoods. Let's say we could put our own children to work. Let's say we had our own manufacturing. We have our own security. We have our own distribution. We are electing our own officials who we finance and control, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's assume that that was the reality for a minute. Do you think African immigrants would be acting differently towards us if we were in a position of power?
My stance is not just
No.
directed
Stay with
at
my
them.
question. No, stay with my question. If we were operating from a position of power, Africans who come to America from the Caribbean, from the UK, from Canada, from the continent, from South America to Central America, from the South Pacific, from Australia. If we were in a position of power in America, like the Chinese are, like the Jews are, like the Arabs are, like the East Indians are, like the Anglo-Saxons are, if we were in a position of power, my queen, hypothetical question, if we were in a position of power, do you think African immigrants from around the world would treat us differently? Yes or no?
I would say yes, because when they get here, they stay to themselves. They don't really like try to come
Stay with me.
together and be
No,
with us.
stay
They
with me. Stay
separate
with me.
themselves.
I want you to finish
Yes,
that, but okay, they would treat us differently. So let me ask you a question.
they do it now.
Let me ask you a question. If you were an African, let's say you went to Australia, or you went to London, or you went to Canada from the United States. You are an American African immigrant into another country. And you saw when you got there, the black people there had no power, control no industries, senselessly waste their wealth with the same white people who they want reparations from. Do you think you would be eager to become a part of them? Yes or no?
Yeah, because I'm gonna be with my people. That's just who I am.
Okay, so you saying you're gonna ride out regardless. I
I'm gonna
got
be
you.
with my people.
That's how
And
I
try
am.
to change how they think.
Do you think most American Africans would do that?
The ones I'm around, I can't speak for everybody else.
I don't think you're being honest when you say that. I don't think no group of any people, not just blacks, I don't see no group of any race going to a completely different continent, seeing their people there in a servitude, unempowered position, and be in a rush to identify and help them. Nobody does that. Generally, nobody does that. The reason I'm bringing this up, Queen, is, in my opinion, and we can agree to disagree, but in my opinion, our issue is not how the African immigrants treat us. Our issue is how we treat ourselves. And our issue is we have allowed ourselves to remain at the bottom when we clearly have the ability
See, what you're saying
to
right
move
there is
closer to the.
wrong
Wait, you
because
ain't even let me finish. You ain't even let
that's
me
the
finish.
mindset they have that
No, no,
all
no, no,
Black
no, no, no,
Americans
no,
don't
no, no,
have
no, no,
anything.
no, no, no.
That's
Listen
the
to
wrong
me.
mindset.
Listen to me. If we are trying to empower ourselves as American Africans, if we are trying to
Those who
empower our,
identify as that.
let me finish. Well, right, I'm American African. I'm not a Black American. So
Okay.
yes, we definitely going to disagree on that.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are trying to empower ourselves, I'm not worried about the immigrant African because I'm too busy empowering myself. See, I'm worried about the immigrant African because I think he's going to get some of my crumbs that the master throws off his table onto the floor. Crumbs. Because if
No,
I'm
it's
building
not about
industry,
that.
okay, so then what is your issue then?
First of all, I said I'm not narrowing it down to just them. I said that at least 5
But you
times.
started out with them. Your initial
I
comments was
started
them.
out
You
with
didn't
I
mention
don't see
nobody
the
else.
representation of us
Okay.
in
But
office.
your
That's what I
initial
started off
comments,
as.
you mentioned African immigrants. You didn't mention anybody else. You were specific to Black
I said
immigrants.
immigration is bad. It does not help Black Americans, period. Black African immigrants are not the only immigrants that are
I
here,
understand
correct?
that, but that's not what you said in the beginning. But
Okay.
go ahead. That's not what you said in the
So
beginning.
I'm not narrowing it down or picking on any particular group of
But
people.
wait, time out, time out. Let me clarify something, if I can.
Mm-hmm.
I said I identify as American African.
Mm-hmm.
You said you identify as Black American, and I respect
Yes.
your right to identify.
Yes.
Oh, stay with me. You do not identify as an African, correct?
No.
Well, then that's the problem. Then stay with me. Then you don't see them as your family anyway. So it
They
don't even
tell you
matter.
if
Do
you know
do
you're
you see
older
the
than
difference
me.
there? Do
You're
you see
older
the
than
difference
me, so
there?
you used to hear them say,
You're Black.
"You're not
You're not an
African."
African. You're Black. So when you see an African immigrant, in your mind, you have no associated with them at all. Ancestrally, culturally, historically, nothing. So it's
They
almost
told
as
me
if,
that.
so I'm not talking about what they told you. I'm talking about you. Stop passing the buck. We're talking about you. So then, if you do not see them as family on any level, then I see why you are adversarial towards them, because to you, they're no different than any other group. And if they're no different than any other group, why are you not also holding the other groups as accountable as you're
I
holding the
am.
Black?
I
You
speak
did
against
not.
it
Your
all.
opening statement was about Black immigrants. Can we be honest about that?
But you didn't let me finish. You took on my question, but you didn't let me finish the whole entire
Michael, okay,
thing.
Michael. Yes, Michael.
Okay. So my stance is against anybody that comes here and tries to undermine what Black Americans have already done. I'm
Okay.
against. It don't
And
matter
what
if
is,
you Haitian,
I agree with that.
Asian,
I agree with you.
Indian. If
I
you
agree with you.
undermine what my people have fought for, bled for, been beat for, jailed for,
Okay.
hung for trees for, I'm against you. It
Okay.
doesn't
But
matter if
originally,
you're
you only
Black or
pointed out
Asian.
Black
I'm
people.
against it.
Originally, you only pointed out Black people. And the reason I'm pointing
But I
that
had
out,
to finish.
well, you could have said it then when you said
Yeah.
Africans.
It's a
But my
long
point
thing.
is the Black Americans, as I'm going to call y'all, and I'm going to distinguish Black American from American African in that although we're the same people, we have different mindsets. So the American African are those who see all Africans as part of our family, even if we take issue with them. Whereas the Black American, y'all see them as a completely different group. That's fine. But my issue with y'all is y'all pick on them exclusively.
I
And y'all
don't.
do, I ain't heard y'all do nothing yet about the homosexuals exploiting the Black power.
Yeah,
I ain't
because
heard y'all
they
say
got
do
all the rights
nothing
when
yet
Obama was
about the
in.
Latinos. I ain't
They
heard
got all
y'all
the
say
rights when
nothing
Obama
yet
was in.
about the white immigrants. All y'all talk about is African immigrants, who are only 3%. That is not your problem.
Dr.
Our
Umar,
problem is us.
Dr. Umar, who gave the homosexuals all the rights when he was in office? What was his nationality? He was an African and half white. Obama.
Okay,
He
but
gave them all the rights. Nothing for
Barack Obama,
us.
yes, Barack Obama proliferated it and popularized it. Can I ask you a
Yes.
question? Can I ask you a question? Who voted for Barack Obama?
I did not.
Who voted for Barack Obama? Overwhelmingly Black people. It was the highest turnout
Because he was
for the
portrayed as
Black
a
vote.
Black man.
No. Don't make excuses. Did your Black Americans put Obama in office? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I
Answer the
don't read it.
question.
I don't have the
Answer the
numbers.
question. Did they or did they not give him the highest voter turnout for a presidential election in American history? Yes or no?
They
Yes.
did.
And when he ran a second time, did they not do it again?
I don't know
So
about the
my
second
question,
time.
Black Americans, is why didn't you hold Barack Obama accountable instead of standing by celebrating him? I held him accountable. I'm one
You
of the
did,
only voices
and a
who held
lot
him
of us
accountable.
did, but there's not enough of us who did. That's the issue.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think we should be focusing more on trying to control the behavior of African immigrants over which we exercise no power? Or should we be focusing more on channeling our $2 trillion into making ourselves into a superpower in this country? Where would you like to put your energy if those were your
I would
only
like to
two
put
options?
my energy on getting minds to stop shopping at these people's stores who come into our
No, no, no. I
communities
want you to answer
and
my
do
question.
nothing for.
You did
That's
not
my
answer my
stance on
question.
it. I
You
answered
did
it.
not answer my
That's my
question.
focus.
You did not answer my question.
Go ahead.
I'm going to ask it again.
Go
Do
ahead.
you think we should focus on fighting
We.
and attacking? Okay, we. You
Mhm.
said we. You said that to say what?
I'm not attacking anyone, Dr.
No, no, no.
Umar.
You said we. What did you mean by we?
You
You
said
interrupted me
we.
and said we. Did
You
you
said
say
we
we
should
as to
focus
say
more on.
no? Stay with right. Did you say we as to say that you and I are not the same? Is that why you said we? I just want to clarify.
No.
Okay, because I thought that that's what you was trying to say.
No.
Okay,
No.
so my question is, would you rather focus on trying to stop the progress of African immigrants in America, or should we focus on using our $2 trillion in spending power to build ourselves into a superpower in this country? Which do you prefer? What do you think is the better use of our energy?
Of course, the economic part.
So why don't we focus on that?
Who said we all
Can I
have
ask
to
you a
speak
question?
for ourselves
Can I ask you a question?
individually?
Can you name me a single leader of the Black American We Hate African Immigrant Group that
I
is
don't hate
building a
Africans, so don't put that on me.
listen, I'm not saying you, but you clearly got an issue with them. But my
I said
question is,
anybody that undermines the
that's
Black
not what you said
American
in the
experience.
beginning. But listen to
Anybody.
what, that's not what you said in the beginning. But listen to what I'm saying.
Gosh.
Can you name me a leader, listen, or an organization that has an issue with African immigrants who are trying to build a relevant institution for Black people? Give me someone who has an issue with African immigrants who are doing something to create an institution for the American African people. Can you name me one person doing something of significance besides complain about African immigrants? Can you name me one person?
Well, this
And
is
what are
a
they doing?
new journey. So, of course, like anything else, they have to start somewhere. And I guess it's going to start by, and stop saying I hate Africans, because I never said that. I never said that. I said I hate
I
anybody that
appreciate your clarity.
undermines.
I appreciate your
Undermines. I
clarity.
want to give the clarity. I
I
never said I
appreciate your
hate a
clarity.
specific group of people.
I
I said
appreciate your
anybody that
clarity.
undermines our people,
I
I
appreciate your
don't
clarity.
agree with.
I appreciate your clarity. Now, getting
Thank
back
you.
to the question, can you name somebody who has an issue with African immigrants who are doing something besides talk to empower the American African people using our own money? Who?
Well, there's a lot of people.
Who's building a relevant institution for the Black American
He's not
people?
on my neck. He's not
Say that again.
actually. No, I'm talking about whoever's in the comments.
Don't worry about the comments, my queen.
Yeah.
I got all type of coons in there. I got Zesty Fest. I got bunnies. I got all kind of stuff in there. Don't worry about them. If you don't look at the comments. Okay, I attract all kind of flies from the shit stack.
It's
Don't you worry about
crazy. We can have difference of opinion. See,
Yes,
that's
we
the
can.
thing with
And I
people.
love you, my sister. I
They don't
love you.
think that you can have a difference of opinion and still be cool with somebody.
Yes, we are. We are good. We are family. We are family.
They gotta grow up.
I agree with you, my queen. Now, to my question, who is building an institution rather than worry about the African immigrants? Do you know somebody who's doing that? Because I don't know of anyone. Without white money, independently without white money. Who?
I know of a few.
Can you give me
But I
somebody?
can't put their names out because they're gatekeeping.
Okay, I got you.
They're gatekeeping their things right now.
Okay.
So I can't do that.
To be seen, right? I respect
To be safe.
No, I respect what you're saying. I'm saying
Yeah.
to be seen. We will see it eventually.
Yeah.
So, okay. I want to thank you, my sister. You are my sister. I love you, and I will die for you, and I love those lips. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Enjoy your day, baby. Enjoy your day. Bye. All right. That was lovely. Who tapping in? We got a few more minutes. Who tapping in with the Prince? Who tapping in with the Prince of Pan-Africanism? Who tapping in with the Prince right now? Who tapping in with the Prince? Oh, Tamika, I didn't know you had a question, Tamika. Sister Tamika, how you doing, my queen? I didn't even know you had a question. I didn't know. I saw you there. I saw you. but I was like, I'm not going to tap on her text message, because if I tap on her text message, I'm going to forget to respond to her after the thing. What's going on up in Yonkers?
Oh my God! Thank you for calling me back, Dr. Umar. Everything is all well. Everything is well. But I had a question about a child that will soon to be 6.
Okay, talk to me.
In December. The problem is she's a sweet little girl, but she is so spoiled. She's so spoiled that if you tell her no, she feels rejected. She feels like you're harming her. She feels like she's being harmed. And it's escalating. It's to the point where now you say no to her. She's saying things like, I don't want to be here no more. And now it's gotten to the teachers. So her father had to go to the school because they called him and told him that she said she wanted to kill herself, and she's barely even 6. And I'm trying to tell him that you cannot spoil her. Like when I tell you,
you cannot spoil her. That's correct. Now let me ask you though, Tamika, has she suffered any trauma? Separation from parents, alienation, abuse? Are we sure there's any trauma?
I think there is trauma because she did have a short episode of wetting the bed. That's 1. 2, mom is not really in her life. Mom is present, but he's the primary parent.
Okay.
So he's doing the raising. The little girl is with him, and he does everything for her. Like he's the primary parent. She'll go to mom to visit sometime, but she's not as involved as she should be.
I think the child might need a psychiatric or psychological evaluation to make sure this behavior isn't trauma-based. That's number 1. Number 2, if it's not trauma-based, and the father or mother would know if they just be honest, right? If you just tell us the truth, we'll know if there's some trauma here, if we can know everything the baby been through. If there is no trauma, Tamika, here's my second question. Do you think this is the way that she's controlling everybody around her?
Yes, and I'm trying to tell him that because he's not raising her. He's treating her more like a doll. So he gives her everything she wants. I mean, she's still throwing tantrums. She's still stomping up and down, crying hysterically when she gets told no. So I'm not sure if this trauma. I think there's a possibility, but I also believe that how he's raising her is also a problem.
Okay.
So I think it is manipulation, or I think because she's even done it with me. If I tell her no, she'll cry, she'll become hysterical, and then later on she's like, I don't want to be here no more. And it's severe depression after the episode. So I do think that it is manipulation, and she's very good at that.
Yeah, I think the issue is the father more than anything else. He's not holding her accountable for her behavior.
No.
And it's only going to get worse. So when is he going to, unless he knows that there is a trauma there and is letting her get away with murder because he don't want to address it? That's another possibility.
I think yes. I think there is. I think that's a probably. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But he still needs. I think he still needs professional help.
Right.
And I think he should get it now because he doesn't understand. First of all, he's an older Jamaican man. That's 1. 2, the society he grew up in is very different than the American society, and he doesn't understand the dangers.
Yes.
You understand where I'm going. So,
yeah.
It's hard to get him to understand because he doesn't want to ever get political. He want to talk about culture and black, and I'm like, no. Here in this society, you have to be political. You cannot function in this society without having both. You
That's right.
Need to be
That's
more
right.
political.
That's right.
Then you do need to be cultural here.
That's right.
And he didn't come to this country until he was about 38 years old. So he really doesn't understand.
Yes. I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah, he got to get it together. Because they will end up trying to call her emotionally disturbed. They'll try to get her put on all type of meds. They'll have her walking around with bipolar diagnoses. He better stop and get control of his daughter now before it's too late.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, he better get real. This is America, and they are racist against black children. They don't care where we come from. See, we the ones with all the divisions. White people don't have no division. They just use us against each other till they done with us.
Right.
Yeah. So.
But he's a good man, and I feel for him, you know, and he's a good guy, but I don't think he truly knows how to deal with it. I don't think he knows truly how to deal with his daughter. I think he thinks that that's the best thing is just to give her what she wants, and he just don't understand. And yes, there is a history of mental illness from the mother's side.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, she might need an eval though, but I wouldn't go too quick with the eval because I don't want him to push the drugs. The drugs. You know, right. I say psychiatric, I take that back. Psychological. And not school-based either. I think he needs to do a clinical one outside of school, and I would not give that report to the school. I would not. That is only for him. Make sure he knows. Stop telling the school all your business. He just needs to find out what's really going on with his child. But even before that, Tamika, she just need a counselor. She should get a good therapist and a couple sessions with a good therapist to really see what this is about. So before we even talk about an eval, tell him your daughter needs a therapist. He could just Google it. You know, whatever city he lives in, black therapists, black psychologists, black counselors, and get her about 5 or 6 sessions to start and see if there's something there that need to be dealt with.
Right.
Because it could be completely manipulation and control. It literally could be if she's been spoiled to death. You know what I mean? But it could also be some other stuff.
Right. And another thing I was thinking that now tell me if I'm going too far with this. Dopamine.
What about it?
We know that people can be, I think we all are. You correct me if I'm wrong, but we're all addicted to like that dopamine release. So her habit is she loves the iPad, she loves to get on there, she loves social media, she loves the games, she loves TV, and she loves getting what she wants. So I'm thinking she is just really addicted to that dopamine rush. Because when he gives it to her, she gets that dopamine rush. When he gives her candy, she gets that rush of dopamine. When she's on her iPad, she gets that dopamine rush. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? I feel like when she doesn't get it, that's when the depression hits. That's when
that could be true, but that's not acceptable either. That got to be regulated. And if she's so used to getting a dopamine rush, then there's too much pleasure in her life and not enough accountability.
Right.
In other words, she should be earning those things. You see what I'm saying? What you're telling me is she needs a steady diet of it just to function. That ain't healthy at all. That's like a kid addicted to the video games.
Dr. Umar is bad. When I tell you that man cannot move 5 feet, she's like, my daddy.
That's not good. And that sounds like an attachment disorder in reverse too. So she don't suffer from too little daddy. She suffers from too much daddy.
Right.
And she might be snapping out because she has that attachment disorder with him. He hasn't separated himself enough from his daughter, and he needs to do that because she ain't gonna be able to function nowhere. It's almost like she's developmentally delayed when it comes to her social skills. Like she should be able to separate from her father and not snap out. So this is him. It's all going back to him.
Right. When it's time for school, oh no, she don't know daddy. She running up in that school. She like, get off me. I'm okay. You know, she loves school. And that's the good part about it, that he doesn't have to, you know, it doesn't have
she loves school, so that ain't a problem.
She loves school, so that's not the problem.
It's the social emotional though.
Right. Like he went into the grocery store one time and she asked for that man for 10 times and got upset when I said, you have to be patient, he'll be back out. She got hysterical. And I'm like, yo, I had no idea. I'm like, and I'm trying to tell him, like, yo, you need to, like, take care of this. It's getting worse. And she's only getting older.
That's right.
I don't know.
Man, he better get on it. I mean, if he don't see it, Tamika, he don't see it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you can just keep trying to get him to see it. But he need to do something about that, because what she has is an anxious, ambivalent attachment to the father. It's an attachment disorder, and it's not healthy. He has not individuated her away from him yet, and he needs to start doing it. He needs to start dropping her off in places, you know, cousins, nieces, nephews, you know, brothers, you know, community events. She should be in some extracurricular activities, at least for an hour, you know, and then 2 hours, and then 3 hours. Like, she has to get comfortable not having her father within eye view sight whenever she
Right.
goes somewhere. It's not healthy.
Right. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Umar. I'm glad you called. I do appreciate the call back.
No problem, my queen. We'll talk soon.
Copy.
All right,
Thank
mom.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's tap in and then we're going to close out. Let's tap in and then we're going to close out. Pretty chocolate going once. Pretty chocolate going twice.
Oh, good morning.
How you doing,
Hi.
beautiful? Where you at in the world?
I'm in Mount Holly, New Jersey. I didn't know you were actually
Mount
going to
Holly.
answer.
Mount Holly is Southern Jersey, right?
Correct. Close to Philly, yes.
Close to, okay, because I'm in Philly. I thought so. Okay, go right ahead, my queen.
I'm just here saying good morning. I tried to reach out to you. I invited you to my wedding last year, but
I missed it. I missed it.
no, it's still happening.
When
I
is it? When
invited
is it? When is it?
it's July 19th of
Where
26.
will it be? What city or state or country? Or
It's going to be in Berlin, New Jersey at
okay,
Lucian.
I might be able to make that then.
Yeah, it's
Because
on
I
a
can drive,
Sunday.
right? It's driving distance.
It is correct. Yep.
And what's the date?
July 19th.
What day of the week is it?
It's on God's Day. It's on Sunday.
It's on. I think I can make that.
Okay.
Text me. You got my cell, right?
I do still have your number.
Text
Yeah.
me that info and make sure you give me the city. I'm gonna try to make that. I like going to weddings. Ain't nothing
Awesome.
like
My
see the
fiance
queens in
would
those
be
wedding
so
gowns
happy.
and those bridesmaids and those. Let me behave. Stay focused. Well, yeah, I'm coming to the wedding. I want some mac and cheese. I know y'all gonna have the soul food popping.
It's going to be beautiful.
I'm coming to the wedding. I think I'm gonna get me a tuxedo too. I think I'm coming up in there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can have your +1.
Now listen, are you gonna have a whole
have
bunch of Neanderthal energy at that wedding or what? Because
Absolutely
sometimes
not.
I go to these black weddings, boy, and they be flooded with Neanderthal nation. I'll be like, is this a black wedding or what the hell is
Absolutely
going on?
not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Send
Absolutely.
me that text, Queen. I'm pulling up.
I will. Thank you for answering my request. You have a
No
good
problem,
day.
sweetheart. All right now. God bless.
Bye.
I got me a wedding in New Jersey, brothers and sisters. I got me a wedding in New Jersey. I'm going to eat me some soul food and look at some curvy queens in some wedding gowns. Not the wife. She's getting married. I'm not looking at her. Much respect. I am my brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. Fly, fine, and flashy going once. Fly, fine, and fashion and flashy going twice. Where is fly, fine, and flashy? Show your face, Queen. Don't be scared now. Your name is Fly, Fine, and Flashy. She got scared, y'all. She got scared. Why you give up like that? Why you give up like that? She got scared. Why she get scared? Sister Mel, pull up Sister Mel. Where's Sister Mel at going once? Where's Sister Mel at going twice? Where you at, Sister Mel? Look at that beautiful face. Look at them lips and them cheekbones and that butter almond skin.
I love
Where you at, Sister Mel?
I
What city you
love
at? Stop being shy. You
I
amongst
love
family.
you.
I love you too, baby. Oh, Sister Mel. Okay, I gotta stop putting the sisters on the spot. I gotta stop putting the queendom on the spot. I gotta stop putting the queendom on the spot. Let me see. Cured by Kim Weddings. Where you at, Sister Kim? Cured by Kim Weddings. She do the weddings. Where you at, Queen? Let's tell the people about your business. How you doing there, Sister Kim?
I am well. I'm up cooking breakfast for my family, and I'm actually about to put my husband on here.
Okay.
This
Where
is
you at
Dr.
in the world? Where
Umar.
you at? Where you at?
Connecticut. It's Dr. Umar. Yes, we're in
All
Connecticut.
right.
It is. It is.
What up, King?
Oh, she said, "What's up?" Let me take
All right. He better not be naked. Don't be putting him on the phone naked. You gonna get my Instagram canceled.
not your Instagram cancer. So we have a family question.
Yes.
Our children are privately educated.
Okay. What you mean by
And
private? Private school or homeschool?
private school.
Okay.
We live in New Haven, Connecticut,
New Haven.
and the education here just is horrible. So we've decided elected to put them in school, private school.
Yes. Yes.
Um, my daughter is this way. It's this way. Nobody can see you. My daughter, Elena, is being diagnosed with ADHD.
How old? What grade is she in?
She's 10. She's in the
What grade?
fifth grade.
Fifth grade, 10 years old. Now you said she's being diagnosed. Does that mean the evaluation has already been completed?
So we've had an evaluation with her doctor. She has a black therapist. The school has evaluated her, and the city of New Haven has evaluated her. So the city of New Haven is saying there's nothing wrong with her. Her black psychiatrist has said we she's more inattentive than hyperactive.
Okay.
So my husband and I were like, let's reach out to Dr. Umar to see exactly what his idea of how these tests should go, and if medication should ever be in play, and if before then, what should we be doing to help her focus?
Don't do the meds.
Okay.
First of all, you just said she's primarily inattentive.
Yes.
Drugs can't do anything for attention.
Okay.
Drugs can only address hyperactivity by slowing down the brain. You feel me? So
Yes.
giving your daughter medication is a waste of her time, not to mention all the side effects that come from the medication. You follow me?
Yes.
So once upon a time, we had ADD, attention deficit disorder. We don't have ADD no more. It's all ADHD now.
Correct.
So in your daughter's case, she would be classified with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, primarily inattentive.
Correct.
Right? But like I said, there's no drug that can make you pay attention.
Okay.
None at all. So there's no need to give that child medicine. Absolutely not. I'm against medicine anyway, but I'm really against medicine for a kid who's not even hyper. You see that?
Yes.
Now, what y'all might want to consider, okay, is some herbal alternatives that they have at the health food store, different things to calm her down, but she's not hyper. So that's not going to matter either. Here's the bigger thing. Is there an internal distraction?
Yeah. So in terms of her, one, she's in a white space, and two, it's to me knocking at her confidence that she's unable to focus, all those things. And we tried a battery of vitamin B, vitamin D,
Does she
all of
not
those
like the
things.
school? Does she not like it? How does she feel about the school?
I'm sure that she would love to be in a school with all black kids, but the education just isn't there.
Right, but here's what I'm saying. It don't matter how good a white school is if the black child is not comfortable there.
Okay.
Now, again, this may not be the main reason. It may not be all of the reason. But if it is a factor, we have to consider it. Because if your daughter is psychologically checking out of school, no drugs, no counseling is going to make her check back in if she's not comfortable. You see what I'm saying? So we have to consider that. Now, along with that, though, are there any other obvious factors, like is there bullying, is there racism, is there tracking, is there targeting? Like, is there anything obvious there that we have to address?
So we've had a bump or two, but I think that if she goes to New Haven Public School, she's gonna have a bump or two there. She has a very privileged life, so she may have the opposite effect, being in a school where being in a school with all black kids that don't necessarily have the same socioeconomic situation that she's in.
How is her academics? How does she do?
She does fairly well, and her school supports her in all the. What I love the fact is they support every single child in whatever area they're faltering in. It's not a one approach to every single kid. They all are supported individually, and she can't get that in New Haven public schools, no matter what.
Gotcha.
They just don't have the resources.
Like an AB or BC student, where she's at? Where is she?
She's probably BC.
She's probably BC, but nowhere near in danger of failing, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Then you know what I would start with? You said she has a counselor?
Yes. She's black too, as well.
Okay, how long has she been working with the black counselor?
8 months.
Okay, are you noticing any change at all?
I don't think Elena necessarily likes her, but I do know that we have to shop around sometimes.
Then switch it out.
Okay.
Here's the one thing you got to understand about counseling. Counseling is unlike any other profession in the world. If y'all need a plumber, any plumber will do, right? If you need a car mechanic, any car mechanic will do, right? If you got to get surgery on your foot, any surgeon will do, right? That's not how it is with counseling. With counseling, the client has to like the person. Okay. And has to be comfortable with the person that's giving them the counseling, especially a child. Especially a child. If your daughter isn't absolutely comfortable with that counselor, she's not going to open up. If she don't open up, the counselor can't help her. If the counselor can't help her, she's wasting her time. Yeah. So if your daughter is giving any sign at all, not that there's anything wrong with the counselor, but if your daughter is not comfortable, you got to switch it because you're wasting time and money. She has to like the person, because if they don't like the person, they don't open up. So I suggest that y'all get someone else. I even suggest that you find 2 or 3, take her on an interview with them, and ask her which of those 3 you want to work with.
Do you
And give
suggest
her,
a male counselor in that mix, or just should I stick with females?
it don't really matter, because she has a mother and father at home. You feel me? If she didn't have a father, I say get a male. If she didn't have
Okay.
a mother, I say get a female. But she got both of y'all, right? So it
Yes.
really don't matter. It's about the goodness of fit.
Okay.
But get her another counselor. Another question I have y'all spoiled her?
I haven't. She has.
She has, because that can have something to do with it as well. You
Spoil,
feel me?
spoil,
Because
spoil has levels. I've been listening to you for about an hour. She is no way in shape or form of that precious little baby that was before us.
okay.
That is not our case.
Okay,
We just have grown up differently, so our context of spoiling is different.
I got you. What grade does her school go up to?
Ninth.
All the way to 9th. She's in the 5th, right?
Yes.
I will say that I think this is decision year, though. This is decision year. Yeah, I really have to talk to her and see if this is the place for her to be for middle school. Or does she need to go somewhere else for middle school? You know what I mean?
I agree. I don't want her confidence and stuff to be messed up
Yes,
in middle school. It's
yes,
very important right now.
yes. And with them white schools, you got to be careful, because once they tear down our baby's confidence, they don't often get it back a lot of times. You know what I mean? So this might have to be the last year, but you can make a deal with her too and say, listen, if you do what you got to do this year, we might consider looking at another place. But you got to produce in order for us to get there. Is she in any extracurricular activities?
Everything, swimming, baseball, and we've
Okay.
put her in MMA just to kind of build her confidence. But she excels in sports, and that's where we're building up that confidence in order to be
Okay.
able to see if it'll translate to translate academically.
Is there any chance that she may be dealing with a low level of anxiety or depression for any reason?
Absolutely.
Because anxiety and depression is really your attention deficit disorder. You follow me? If
Absolutely.
a child got anxiety and depression, that is the ADD. Because all they doing is ruminating over their problem when they in
Where does
school, or
that come
whatever the
from?
issue is. You
Where does
feel
that
me?
come? Where does that come from? Because I don't even understand that.
A million different things. Does she have siblings in the house?
Yes.
If she feel like she's not getting enough attention, if she feel like one of the other siblings is allowed to do more than her, if she feel like she don't get her daddy's attention as much as the other ones, or the mommy's attention as much as the other ones, it can come from anything. Let me ask you this: is she the baby?
No, she's the
She's
older.
the oldest.
She's the oldest. So is there a chance that she believes that the younger siblings are taking too much of her attention away from y'all?
I keep a fair balance. I
He
can't.
keeps a fair balance.
What about your wife?
My
Be
son
honest
is
with
just
me, bro.
very
What about her?
charismatic. Well, no, my son is just very charismatic. So people really draw to him.
How old is
And
he?
he's 8.
He's 8. She's
10.
10.
10. Okay, is it just the 2 of them?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, our oldest child is out the house. He's 22,
Oldest
so
child
he's
is
not
out the house.
even, yeah.
Okay, the son is getting too much attention
From the world, for sure.
from the world. What about y'all?
No, we're pretty even in
No.
here.
Y'all pretty even. So you think
Absolutely.
it's all outside?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do each of you spend time with her alone? In other words, mom time alone outside the house, dad time alone outside the house, to try to compensate for some of that extra attention the brother is getting.
We don't, and we probably should, but they
Yeah,
have such a packed schedule. My husband's an entrepreneur. We
got
are on the go. They're with me most of the time,
you. Understood.
and they don't get the individual attention that they probably should. It's a
And I'm
collective.
assuming dad is with son a lot, right?
No.
No,
I'm with both of them. They both. Well, he plays baseball. She plays softball. So when I'm practicing, I have them both together practicing with each other.
Both
So
of them together.
but
it's
it's
at the
not a
same
lot
time.
of individual
It's
attention.
not. But I don't give either or individual attention.
Preferential, yeah. He doesn't. He
It's
doesn't.
usually both of them at the same time in all situations.
And what about with mom?
We're always together when they're with me because I'm doing the shuttling, I'm doing the cooking, and being home with the kids. So, I mean, what just stuck out to me is that there's really no one-on-one time where we go get our nails done or we go,
Get it a
go for a
one-on-one. Get
walk
them
or
a
something
one-on-one.
like that. Yeah.
In her mind as a child, although this may not reflect reality, I think she feels she's not getting enough from y'all for some reason, whatever that is. And I think if y'all start spending a one-on-one time with her out the house, each of you, and of course y'all still do the family stuff together with both children, but she needs some one-on-one time with each parent
Okay.
outside.
I don't even understand that. I don't. I ain't get none of that shit.
You old school. That's why you don't get it. You old school.
Right, you know he old school. He like,
You
well,
old
she don't
school.
need no one-on-one touch. She need to sit down and read that paper
Nah, she
and
need the
do that
one-on-one
homework.
because she the princess and she's
I
the
I I,
older.
I hear you.
Yeah, she need it, man. Try
Well,
it. It'll work. Remember
thank you
now,
so much.
we can't always raise our children the way we were raised, even if the way we were raised worked for us. You feel me
Makes
on that?
sense. Yeah,
Everybody's different.
got
Two
you.
children in the same house are going to have two different experiences because they have two different personalities with two different temperaments. So we have to make sure we cater it to her while still holding her accountable for her behavior.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you so much. We will still text you,
Will
but thank
do.
you. We wanted to talk to you before we made any decisions, so
Yes,
I
ma'am.
appreciate it.
No,
Hey, you
ma'am.
caught me off guard, man. I had no idea what the hell was going on.
It's
I'm like,
all
what the hell? I'm
good,
like,
bro.
oh
Get your
shit.
sleep on. It's Saturday. Get your sleep on.
Tell them
All
get
right,
up and
y'all.
go rake them leaves.
Yes, indeed.
Thank
Y'all be
you.
safe.
All
All
right,
right,
thank
y'all.
you.
Bye-bye.
God
All right, bye.
bless y'all.
All right.
All right, now. Ain't nothing like seeing a black husband and a black wife, man. That was powerful. Wasn't that powerful, y'all? Wasn't that powerful? Ain't nothing like seeing a black man and a black woman in the same house raising the children together. We got to get back to that, y'all. We got to get back to that. Let me see what's going on here. So, brothers and sisters, I'm going to get ready to tap out. We had a good call today. If you need private consultation or life coaching, you know what to do. Join us in Nat Turner Land for Nat Turner's Kwanzaa on December the 19th. Join us in Nat Turner Land for Nat Turner's Kwanzaa on December the 19th. Go to natturnerlibrary.com. Make sure you donate to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Personal donations, PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. Or you can hit me on Venmo. Okay, you can hit me on Venmo, Prince Ifatunde. But today was good, y'all. Today was good. Tomorrow will be better. Don't forget, we got the Pan-African Fast coming up December the 10th. The Pan-African Fast coming up December the 10th. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, or princeofpanafricanism@gmail.com. Peace and